Genocides generally start with firearm confiscations. If you study history, we pretty much all know this, that in every country where there have been mass murders by government, internments into camps, even the Holocaust, one of the biggest forms of genocide, was started with Hitler confiscating all the Jews' firearms. History will repeat itself. It always does. Don't think just because something happened once that it can't happen again. History can repeat itself over and over again because, for one, man is fallible. Seems like men soon forget what has happened in the past. And once they become comfortable with the present, they don't really think about the future much. Well, all I can see in my mind when I go to sleep at night, all I see is bloodshed. And I don't want to be like this. All I keep seeing is, 2 or 3 years from now, after they pass an assault weapons ban this year, that they'll turn around and then just try to come for all of our weapons and say that citizens can't have any types of firearms. And that will be the day where I believe the first shots will ring out. When that first knock on the door, or when that soldier or police officer that's been ordered to defy the Constitution comes kicking down your door, that's when the first drop of blood is going to be shed. And then that'll be the start of the second American Revolution. We need to be smarter when we go to the polls. Too many of us that are voting are really low information voters. The ones that really don't study the candidates. The ones that go off name recognition. That's a big problem here in the city that I live in, which is Detroit. And that's one of the reasons why my city is such a shithole right now. And it really is. I love my city. I love the people here. But our city leaders, most of them have gotten to where they are just because of name. They really have no substance. And it's the same at the federal level. A lot of our congressmen and senators, which some have been there way too long, and their ways of thinking isn't really progressive enough, or what I would call up to date. Some of them think it's still 1950. But we need to do better. We need to do better, everyone. We need to start holding our elected officials to a higher standard. We should demand more. And another thing I want to touch on, all these fucking celebrities, they're making these videos and they're coming out on talk shows against guns. All these movie stars that are all of a sudden against guns because of what happened in Sandy Hook, they could all kiss my ass. Matter of fact, they could kiss my ass as soon as I get finished taking a shit. The reason I'm so upset with all of them is because they're hypocrites. Just like Bloomberg is a hypocrite, and all these other people that have armed bodyguards but want to disarm the citizens. They're all hypocrites. And I can't stand a hypocrite. Believe in what you believe in. But if you're going to believe in something, then you should be living it daily. It shouldn't just be made convenient for your own argument. Well, let me sign off because I'm getting a fucking headache even thinking about these celebrities and the words that are coming out of their mouths after they make $100 million blowing each other up in movies with the most highly sophisticated weapons mankind has ever known. It's okay for them to promote violence to make a profit. But they don't want us to own weapons to protect ourselves from not only the bad guys, but from the tyrannical U.S. government that is taking hold of this country. And I want to apologize for everyone out there, because I voted for Obama in 2008. And I look back on it and I got caught up in all the hype. And I can honestly say I made a fucking mistake. He's not the man that he said he was. And this is just my opinion. You know, he's had some good ideas, but he's done too much to try to shred the Constitution. So I'll be glad when his term is up, and maybe we can get a real American in there, a real patriot like Ron Paul. I pray to God we can get someone like Ron Paul in office to restore this country to what it should be. And another thing, we need to get back to saying the Pledge of Allegiance in schools. When our government stopped that years ago, to me it was kind of the start of the decline of patriotism in this country. But you guys take care, stay safe, take care of your families and each other.